channel. Today I'm going to be doing this makeup look for you. This is my second Valentine's Day makeup look. This one is a lot more romantic, dreamy, girly, kind of more natural-ish look with super glowy, flawless-ish skin. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so starting off with my bare face, I've already prepped my skin using my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir oil. This is my favourite, I do this step every time. And then to prime it, I'm using the Smashbox. This is the Pore Minimizing Primer, but I'm just focusing this on the centre of my face, so my T-zone area, my forehead and my chin, and just a little bit under my eyes. Foundation, I'm choosing the the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm in between these two shades at the moment. We've got 6.5 on the right and we've got 9 on the left. So I mixed them together, 1 pump of each, and it was still a bit light, as you can see. So then I added a tiny bit more of the dark one and it was a better match. So then I just used my damp beauty blender to blend this all over my face. I wanted this makeup look to be really glowy, like pretty much the main focus is the skin. So I spend a lot more time on my skin in this video to make it that's not very good English, to make it look super like glowy. So foundation's on. I'm just prepping my lips with my Pore ointment balm thing, this stuff I just use day and night and all through the day. Concealer, I'm using my favourite current concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Clearly was feeling that song. This is in the shade Light Medium, which I would recommend if you like the NARS Custard. It's a pretty similar kind of shade. And I'm just dotting this underneath my eyes. You don't really need much of this concealer. It's pretty pigmented, and you just don't need a lot of it. And obviously because I was doing I wouldn't say this is obviously a natural makeup look at all, because this is a shitload of makeup, but it's like meant to look more natural. So I just dotted where I wanted it, as you can see, like this. So I made a flower on my forehead, I didn't even realise that. And then I take this Real Techniques Duo Fibre Brush and I use this first of all to like pat it in, just so I don't lose too much of the product to begin with. And if you can see at the side here, I kind of do it in like an upside down wing, not an upside down wing, I kind of carve out a wing shape with the concealer. I've been doing this like all the time at the moment, and it just helps give your eyes that look that I like, where they're like elongated and almondy, without actually wearing like eyeliner. So I'm patting it in with a brush first of all, as I said, just to make sure I keep that concealer in that area and it covers well. And then I'm going to go in with the damp beauty blender to get rid of the excess product that's left on the skin, to make it look a lot more flawless and natural. If I'm doing a really flawless but more natural look, I definitely will 100% always use a beauty blender, because it does get rid of all that excess product that's left on your face. So it makes it look a lot more natural and just kind of like melts it into your skin better. So just blending in the rest of that. And then I'm going to be going in, first of all, before I set anything, I'm going to be doing some more creams, as you do want to do all the creams first. So I'm going in with the iconic Illuminator. This is like the liquid illuminator. It's just insane. So I'm just going to do 3 dots on my cheekbones with just the pipette, with the pipette thing it comes with. Pipette, why can't I say that word? And then I'm just blending it in again with my damp beauty blender, just so it melts into the skin. And then once I've done that, I am going to go in with a cream contour. This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but this is in shade number 30, so it's obviously dark. Just doing 3 dots on the cheekbone area and the forehead, because this stuff is pretty like warm, and although I did want this look to be warm, like I did want it to be kind of glowy bronzy, but it's pretty intense, so just 3 dots is just perfect. I did apply it to my chin, my lips and my nose, and then again blending it out with my damp beauty blender, and look at how like amazingly this blends. I wanted to use cream for this because I didn't want to put too much powder on my face. So the more you can do with creams, the more like glowy the finish look's going to be. We are still going to be setting these areas, but we don't have to use as much powder. Like if I hadn't have done a cream contour, then I would have had to use a lot more bronzer than I actually used just to set it. Does that make sense, you know? So just finishing off, just blending, in the rest of the contour. I'll do the bit under my lip and the bit on your top of your lip, because it kind of makes your lips look bigger, because it gives it like a shadow around it. So then going on to powders now, I'm taking the Makeup Forever translucent powder. This is, I think, a new version of it, and it's so nice. It's really, really nice. It's new, but I've used it. I used it when I was on holiday, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm just basically setting the areas I have to. So like underneath my eyes, my forehead, and my chin, but try not to get it really anywhere else. And then I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion Bronzer, purely because this bronzer just melts into your face. It doesn't leave you with a powdery residue at all. It's like super buttery, and it's just the perfect bronzer if you want just a really natural look. So I just applied a small amount just to set the contour, just so it is set and doesn't start smudging and stuff. And then for the highlighter, I went with my Illamasqua Epic, of course, on a duo fibre brush, and I kind of just lightly dusted this around the cheek bones and forehead, but you can see I'm using a really light hand to almost just flick it onto those areas. This is going to kind of act a bit like a blush as well, but look at that, like, you know how I feel about this, but I just, every time I use it, I'm just like, how? Like, this is just, I don't know how more people don't rave about this highlighter. Or maybe they do, I just don't see it. Then I'm just going over that with the same brush, but with a bit of the Milani Luminoso, just to add a bit more of a blush tone to it, as I wanted it to be like really fresh-faced kind of look, you know. Then I'm going to be setting that with my Tatcha Luminous Mist. This stuff is amazing. I do cover my eyes, as you can see, when I'm spraying it, because I find if I get it on my eyelids, it stings my eyes. So I just cover my eyelids, and then I just use my damp beauty blender one more time, just to push over everything and push that spray like into my face. And you can see like my face just looks like so glowy. So yeah, I'm living for this face. The makeup, not my actual face. Anyway, moving on to eyebrows, I'm taking my Rodial Glamo Brow. This is in Ash Brown. I'm just feeling them. I'm feeling my eyebrows. I'm just filling them in like normal. Going kind of bushy because I wanted them to be pretty thick. When I'm not wearing much eyeshadow, I do like my eyebrows to be pretty statementy because I think it just looks better. If you had thin eyebrows and nothing on my eyes, I just don't think it looks very good on my face. I need to have bold brows if I'm not having bold eyes. Anyway, moving on, I'm taking the Huda Beauty palette. I'm taking this shade, I think it's called Angelic, and I'm literally just using my finger. This is honestly the easiest eye makeup you ever did see. I'm just pushing that colour over my eyelid. I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm just blending it out. Literally. I just wanted the eyes to be super simple, but I did want a touch of pink in there and a bit of gold. So that colour just worked like amazingly because it just gave my eye like a nice sheen, a nice glow, and a touch of pink and a speck of gold. So yeah, just using a brush just to blend out the edges, just so it's diffused and it's not just like a blob of colour, obviously. And then once I've finished doing that, I go in with the MAC. This is the eyeliner in Costa Reach, and I'm just tight lining and doing my waterline with this. But then when I get to the edge of my eye, I literally I'm in my eye, but then I just like flick it out just a tiny bit, and then just to put a little bit on that outer lash line, but not a lot at all, like really little bit, just a tiny little bit. Can you see? Just a little flick. Again, this is just going to enhance your eyes if you like that kind of look where it's like winged out a bit. And then just taking that same brush I just used and just going over the liner just so it's kind of smudged and diffused and it's not like harsh, as I wanted this to be super soft, you know, like everything just really soft. Once I've done that, I'm just applying some mascara. This is the, I think it's a Rimmel Colorist mascara. It's meant to tint your eyelashes at the same time. I don't know if it really does, but I really like the mascara, so I'm just using it anyway. And then I'm going in with the Little Lash Company mascara lashes. I think these are called Diva, the style. I wear these all the time, they're so pretty. So I put the lash glue on, and then while that's drying, I'm just setting my brows with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, because you do want to make sure your eyelash glue is super tacky, like almost dry before you put your lashes on. Like, when you think they're ready, no, just leave them a bit longer. So then I'm just going to be applying the lashes. Yeah, these lashes are just pretty natural-ish, and they're super easy to put on. The band's pretty thin, so it's good if you're not wearing a liner. And I just really like the shape of them. Like, they do wing out slightly, and I just really like the shape of them. You could totally not wear lashes for this look. I was going to do no lashes, but I just feel like on camera, like, you can see the difference. Like, that just looks so much more put together on camera. I feel like in real life, I would definitely not wear the lashes, but sometimes on camera, it just doesn't, like, you need to just go that extra bit to make it show on camera. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, whatever floats your boat. If you want lashes, wear lashes. If you don't wear lashes. Then I'm just applying another coat of mascara just to make sure they blend, and also going back in with that liner, just a tight line to make sure there's no like gaps in between the lashes and your eyeballs, your eye skin, your eyelid. And then I'm going into that palette again. I'm taking the shade Moon Dust, and I'm just using that to highlight my inner corner. And then I do go ahead and put a tiny bit in the centre of the lid as well, just to enhance that pop of gold in the centre, and also on my brow bone as well. Peanut just snored, I don't know if you heard that. Then finally moving on to the lips, I'm taking the Gerald Cosmetics lip liner in Sugar and Spice. This is a new release. I think it's not out until Valentine's Day, but I'm not sure. I will leave it in the description bar. But I'm just lining them with this, and then I'm just like really softly filling them in. But like really, really softly. So I'm lining the outside, so that's going to be the darkest, and then just softly filling them in, just to keep them a little bit more natural. I did think this was going to be slightly lighter than it was. It's a really nice colour. I wore it on my live stream and you guys loved it, but it's just lighter than I wanted for this makeup look, but I actually really like how it came out, so it's totally fine. Then you could obviously totally leave the makeup look like this, but I decided to add freckles because I wanted that really fresh faced look, and to me freckles just look so bomb. I just love freckles so much. So I just took 2 eyebrow shades and dotted them around, then I went in with some eyebrow powder and dotted it around, and then you just want to layer them, so do some dots and then go in with your beauty blender just to soften them out, and then go back in with another layer, and then that's how you do faux freckles. I've got a couple of videos where I did faux freckles, so you can check those out. I'll leave them down below. Finishing off with just a bit more purple ointment on my lips just to make sure they look nice and healthy, and then we're going to shake this hair out of its plait, and that is the finished makeup look. We're just going to get changed, and this is the finished look, guys. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.